Good morning, everybody. I'm not even sure whether you're going to get this because we have very slow internet right now. But anyway, we will see what happens. I don't know whether we told you we're in England at the moment. We've in Gosport. We've been working on our boat Explorer, getting stuff organised, and then this morning we're driving up to Letchfield or wherever north of London to the Jester challenge, guys. There's about 100 people up there. We're going to have they've organised a symposium on shorthanded sailing and bits and pieces, safety, and so on. And it'll be fun. There's about 7 or 8 580 builders and owners coming up as well. And it might be an opportunity for 580s to be involved with the Azores Jester Challenge and so on. Who knows what? But great group of people. I had a Jester boat once. I was going to enter, but I never got to. I did other stuff instead. So that's what's going on. And what were these pictures? This is interesting. This is the home of the Class Globe 580, which is in Lagos. That's going to be a new marina extension, which is pretty radical. This is the fishing harbour at the moment, but there's like a 12 million euro extension going in, which includes that's the river that we come out. The start lines are out here on the ocean. Marina Lagos is just the best place, and Lagos is so cool because it's the sun, the beach, all that sort of stuff. That's going to be the new yacht club, an event centre as well. So it's a pretty cool home for 580s, and that'll all be happening in the next few years. This is just like there's one of our GGR entrances literally going around Cape Horn as we speak, or he might have got around last night in big winds, big weather. And you can follow him if you want to know about it. Matt is his name. He's in a Cape George 36, going around on his way to. He's doing a 21,000 mile qualifying voyage for the GGR. So he sailed from the west coast of America across the Pacific, New Zealand, around Cape Horn now non-stop. He's going to stop at Falklands and then back up to Florida. So that was a bit of a giggle. And this one, wrong way. This was just to remind you about Mara out there 24 hours a day, 24/7. You can just log on to her. They've got a thing down there. MSOS, we don't talk about them much, but they're our medical 24-hour telemedicine support group. If there's ever any medical problems, and we've got a first aid kit that looks like this, it's got everything in it, well organised and so on. And we've been no major dramas with medical, but they're always on standby, which is pretty cool. So that's cool. And this is the Valise Life Raft that's on every boat. And there's a new rule started from Cape Town. If they weren't signed already. It's already on. Are you still watching it? Hello? I don't know whether you're still there or whether we've got a new one or not. Yeah, the clock's still kicking. So we may still be there for those that are still waiting. That was my computer problem, not the internet. It shut down and said there was a problem. I had to get 2 updates and then download them and then reopen everything. So we're back maybe, but whether that's generated by the slow internet, I got no idea. Is it on? It's probably just a delay. It's saying the clock is ticking, so it should come on in a minute, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please come back.
Okay, so we're here. All right, I was talking about the new rule on the life rafts before. They had to get, people were putting them on deck as ballast and leaving it up there for weeks and so on, and the valise raft has to be looked after, basically. So we banned that. The rafts are down below. They're not allowed to put them up on deck. And even if they change the position from under the cockpit, they have to have already had that new position on the windward side on a bunk, port and starboard, with lashing points. So if it's on the bunk, it's got to be able to be strapped down. And there was only 3 entrants that actually are approved to move their life raft onto the windward side. We allow stacking and so on, so that's it. And if you watched, all I'll say is if you watched Eric's interview, about the interview, it's a few posts down from here. If you're an entrant, you should watch it for Transat and future MGR, because I mentioned a new rule in relation to hydrovane wind vanes, which is quite interesting. It doesn't come into effect on the rest of this one, but it's clear that there is an advantage, which is potentially not. Anyway, let's just say, even though they're not allowed to link the rudder and the tiller, there is a clear advantage for a hydrovane wind vane at the moment in this race, in my opinion, over a servo pendulum system. So we've knocked that on the head. So if you want to know all about it, you'll have to watch Eric's interview, and we'll be telling all future entrants and so on in an entrant update going out soon when we slow down. Okay, back to the tracker now. It's all very interesting. You're on the tracker, so I'm getting on the tracker. Here we go. Now let's hope this is fast enough to open it up. I had to reload the tracker when that shutdown that was there. Keep watching, Jing, just to let me know if this is still happening. That's okay. Here we go. Okay. Boom. Oh boy, that's a turnaround, unless that's not logging on. No, 4 o'clock, that's why. So a couple of the entrants haven't, their positions haven't rolled over in the last 4 hours, because Kerry was the last boat. Now he's jumped ahead because both Christian is 4 o'clock and Jasmine is 4 o'clock, but Kerry is 8 o'clock. So Kerry's trailing just behind Christian at the moment. Josh is 8 o'clock. All these other ones are 8 o'clock. Look at Peeler go. Let's just check this. It's 8 o'clock. It is. Japers. Okay, Peeler's on a roll. So, all right, let's put some wind on, and hopefully it stays there. So, yeah, so there's this discrepancy on their positions. Now, you just got to imagine this, that Christian and Jasmine are in front of Kerry, okay, and that gives you an idea. So they're I'll estimate it in a sec. So at the moment, 4 hours ago, Christian was doing 5.9 knots, and he'd done 103 miles in the last 24 hours, okay, and Jasmine keeping right up there, 5.8 knots, 105 mile day. Kerry's been doing now, he's on 124 miles since the last 24 hours, which is pretty cool, and doing 5.4. Josh, 4.3, 100 nautical miles. Okay, so Kerry's catching up there. I'll make this a bit bigger if you're on your phone now for the rest of the pack. They're spread out across the water. I wonder if they're still, let's just quickly, before I go into that, I just want to have a look at the currents. Yeah, the guys on the outside have got a bit of current. The wind is pretty consistent all the way across, relatively light, but they seem to be making good time. So that's interesting. what's happening here. Renault. 4 o'clock. I was going to say, yeah, that makes sense. So Renault is currently 4 hours ago doing 5.6 knots. So that'd be 22 miles in front of that. So let's just see where Renault would be sitting. If I put that there, about 22 miles in front. Come on. I got that? Yeah, it's doing two at the same time. Oh, 22 miles. Okay. So that puts him, there's 17 miles. Renault's going to be slightly behind Pila, but way up here. That's where they've gone. The scale is quite small, quite large at the moment. So there's 4 hours later. So Renault, let's say he's about there, which means while we're doing this, he's breathing down Pila's neck. This is my estimate of the positions. He's about 4 miles behind, 1 hour behind Pila. Tracking her down. He'd be watching. He gets on every 4 hours to look at the tracker and look at the weather and all that sort of stuff. So that's an interesting scenario there. Coming back here, and we've got Ayrton having some fun. He called me, social call. Really enjoying the sailing. Smooth seas, nice breeze, good temperature, 5.3 knots, 118 mile days. He's happy. Eric's out there. Don't forget, you want to know about hydrovane wind vanes for the next edition, go listen to his report. You'll be quite surprised, maybe. Interesting interview. 115 mile day, 5.5 knots, doing okay. Heading a bit offshore. You've got to remember not to sail away from the mark sometimes. The course is around this way. Adam, 5.6, 120 mile day. It's a real group here. Jacob, about the same. 5.5, 118 mile day. So all tagging along, and Dan is on 8 o'clock time, so he's lagging behind. Maybe enjoyed the Carnivale too much, but still sailing well. It's early days yet, and they're all in touch, so that's kind of fun. 5.1 knot and 122 mile day. And up here we know all about not that one. I just want to go down smaller here. So Pila, 5.8 knots, still a faster time than most of the others, in a 130 mile day. So not sure what Renault's done in the last 4 hours that would have changed that, but I would suggest it wouldn't be a lot in it. So you've done 120 there, and Pila's on 130, so she deserves to be holding that position. She's sailing really well. So that's cool. Let's just quickly look at the big picture. Still going, Jane? Oh, Jane's loading the car up. She's gone. Okay. Big drive today. So what do we got here? There we go. It's in that big light hole. I'll put the grids on here. You can see Recife is just back there. There's the last couple of days. That's where they've gone. This is where they're headed. And it's very light at the moment. So I'm going to click and drag this a little bit. That's the next 12 hours. It's going to pick up a little bit. So that's in the next 12 hours. So quite a nice breeze. The direction will follow them around as they turn the corner. So it's going to maintain just after the beam. It's a fair bit behind them at the moment. I'm looking at a bigger scale there to see what happens. This is the edge of the doldrums. Let's. I'll keep following. Jeepers, I'm not sure whether you're seeing that. Okay, go next day. Jeepers, there we go. It's trying to catch up. I moved too quick there. I'll just move. Still going to go there. Here we go. Yep. So that's still looking favourable. It's going to be favourable wind direction, but generally a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more. 22nd, 23rd. Here we go. Filling in better. So, yep, they're going to be making good time. And that'll take them through. If we look back at the big picture here, this is the doldrums area. So once they get up around this area here in the next 3 days, they're out of that and they'll be into the trades. Remembering, of course, that this is the northeasterly trades coming off this sort of mess here. This is actually a high pressure system that goes around in a different direction now. So that's what generates these trade winds, and that's what they've got all the way across. So should be reasonably fast. Let's look at for clouds about there. We'll look at cloud cover because that'll tell us whether they're going to get squalls or not. We'll pick this up now. Go for local. It's not too bad. With a bit of rain. They're in it now. Actually, they've got a bit of cloud, there, and also probably looks like rain. Yep, they're just inside the rain belt there. And as we saw before, they're going to make decisions on the current. They're all going to pick up speed here, and I think their big issue is going to be all the stuff, the rubbish that comes out. And you might see this current flow change here. I don't think I showed you that before. You can see what's happening here at the Amazon. When it's all rushing out like this, all the rubbish coming out of the Amazon is actually headed offshore. So I'll just change this. If it'll go down, and you'll see the current turn around completely. I'm having trouble because of the load. There it is. See, it's now streaming back in again. There's a 180-degree turn. But this current offshore always goes in that direction. It's just this one inshore that goes a bit. So I reckon they're going to roll through on that one. And again, if you didn't see yesterday's report, the rule of thumb for safe passage is 300 miles. That's only 200 miles out. So they may get rubbish in the water, but that's yet to be seen. So anyway, a few squalls, a few bits and pieces. Good sailing for the next number of days. And they'll all be enjoying the ride and enjoying the racing. I know for sure. Kerry's got a bit of ground to cover to get back up there, but he'll be trying very hard. But it's a bit hard in light weather. And this was going to be a tactical area around here, but it looks like it's not changing too much. When I say tactical, you're looking for quickly changing whether it favours one end or the other and make various choices. So that's all we've got the tracker at the moment. Come back here with me. I've got some entrant reports. Hopefully I don't blow the internet because we've got a wire from here going to the computer, which is giving us the... okay, we'll go here. Okay, entrant reports. So I've got one from Christian. This video's made for... Oh, there's a video that... Very few videos that I watch make me feel seasick, but we'll share a cruising cat there. It's really nice with the editing. That's all I'll say. It's fast, right? It's really cool. So we'll share that today after this probably. So it's fun to watch, but it's like, oh, hang on to your head. It's all over the place, but it's pretty cool. So that's what we're talking about. Now, the entrant reports from this leg starts off with Eric. Update. Sunbear, Friday. This came in after yesterday's report. Had a nice stay in Recife, though a little long for me with all the carnival activity. Had a good start, but then couldn't get my boat moving fast. I think I had debris around my keel. Good sail last night, moving up the coast. All the best, Eric. So a few of them thought they had rubbish around the keel. Update, Dan Turner. An enjoyable stay in Recife with Nikki joining me in the festivities. The start saw debris wrapped around the keel and the engine, which I had to pull off. A warm and bumpy ride, so fair but happy to be a warm and bumpy ride so far, but happy to be back on the water and into this last leg. Dan put a red post up last night, video about his thing, in a very warm light, which was pretty cool. So check out his site there. Christian, I like the harbour start in Recife. That was fun. Going north now, even further offshore, I had a lot of fishing boats last night, so only asleep for strong which was not the case. So change the fleet from behind. Agree, Dan. Bumpy ride until now. Christian was short, but he bailed out early. Headed north. So I could see the tactic, but it was just what he did. Uh, okay. So far. Okay. Hello, I'm back. The clock's still going, so we're still here. Thanks for sticking around if you're still there. I don't know whether you are, but I'll go straight in. We've got the entrant reports. That was everything just locked up. I don't know what it was. Anyway, tracker. There's Burton. Oh, tracker. Oops, computer down. Computer down. Still trying to restart. That's it. Causeway kayak. That came to an abrupt halt after showing plasma life raft. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, computer down. Sydney, great result. Yeah, it's good to see Peeler up the front. Sorry about Kerry, but anyway, checking in from coastal Mississippi. G'day, Kathleen. Also watching from Darwin. Buffering. Kathleen, choppy report. Yep. Anyway, keep an eye out for that video that we'll put up in the next hour or so. The drone shots. It's fantastic. Maybe restart the stream. Yeah, we've been doing all that. So watching from thanks. Okay, that's it. So good to see you all. Watch this space. Keep an eye on Mara. That's really funny. What's going on there? And we will tomorrow. The symposium starts this afternoon and tonight, and then tomorrow morning we're going to change the time. Anyway, if you're still watching this, it's going to go to 1200 UTC because we will start to get the entrant updates. But from one a day, it'll come up online on the screen, and we make a actual report live from the boats once a day. And I think we change over once we get back to France, which is next. We're on the ferry Tuesday night, and then we're back. So tomorrow for the tracker update, I'm not sure what time it's coming in because it'll be Sunday morning. I'll probably do it from. I'm not sure. So, but we'll do one tomorrow somewhere. I'm not sure what time. 8 o'clock. Oh yeah, I could do it from that one. Probably another hotel. Yep. Okay. Thanks for following, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow. Hopefully, same time.